What's going on, guys?
Welcome back to another video.
Today we're going to be doing something very important, something that could potentially get emotional. It's more so on Babe's part right here. So babe, I'm going to let you explain to them everything that's been going on and things that we didn't tell them.
Before the wedding, I was pretty much told that I could possibly have a brain tumor. That's insane. I got blood work done. I was checking my hormones, and unfortunately it fell around the same time as the wedding, and they told me that my prolactin was very high. Prolactin is a hormone that determines, basically, I'm not 100% educated on it, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but pretty much it can indicate like that your body is already going through the fact that you're like pregnant, but you're not really pregnant, if that makes sense. Like your body is telling yourself that, you know, you're pregnant so you can lactate, which is something that did happen to me, and I thought that it was a result of my breast reduction because I got my breast reduction done, and I was just like, this is interesting. And it's crazy because I thought it was just part of the healing process, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like that means I could breastfeed in the future. I didn't think about this, you know, and that was one side effect. And then it only happened like twice, so I didn't think anything of it. I was like, you know, it's just part of the healing process. And then when I went to my hormone doctor and got my results, this was 2 weeks before our wedding, she was basically telling me you could have a brain tumor. And she asked if I have headaches often, if I often feel dizzy, and I do. I also have endometriosis, and that can also be, you know, symptoms of that. So she ordered me an MRI. Then she prescribed me medication called cabergoline, and it's basically a medication that's supposed to level out my prolactin levels. I spoke with someone who went through something very similar, and they had told me, you know, their experience, and based off of their experience, I kind of just thought to myself, from the severity of their case versus mine, I kind of just like didn't go to get the MRI. And I know you guys are probably gonna say like that's dumb, because the MRI was to determine whether I did for sure have a brain tumor or not. They would do like a shot in my arm, and then they'll put contrast in my body, and it's a horrible process. It takes over an hour, and I have very bad claustrophobia and anxiety, so I did not want to go through with that process. So my thought process was, I'll take the cabergoline and then I'll retest my hormones, which is something that I did. I took the cabergoline, but because of the holidays and stuff like that, I kind of just put it in the back burner, and I kind of was just like, you know what, like forget all of that, let me just sit here and actually try for a baby, right? Fast forward, didn't know that these things existed, but my aunt told me to get a ovulation test kit. Now, if you have high prolactin, a huge thing is there's a possibility that you can't ovulate, that you're not ovulating. And with that comes, you can't get pregnant if you don't ovulate. That's when I was like, okay, what's the best step for me to take? I purchased this ovulation test kit. We're going to test today to see if I'm ovulating. And that's kind of where we're at now. I didn't want to tell anyone about what I was going through at the time because I was just so overwhelmed with the wedding, and then the hurricane hit, and then on top of that, like the lady literally was like, you might have a brain tumor. I still don't know. I still don't know if I have anything going up there, and I do want to get it tested, but I kind of just want to do this first, because if I am pregnant, or if I can get pregnant, and I don't want to risk that, you go in and you expose yourself to more radiation, you know, it's just something I want to avoid. Like overall, that's what we're doing. Isaiah's just been sitting back there.
I'm just here for moral and emotional support.
with his drinks back there on our nightstand.
I'm chilling. I'm here for you. Whatever the test comes out saying, whether it's if it's positive, great, thank you God, right? If it's negative, I don't want her head to start spinning and be like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me, because this test has to be very precise on the day that you take it. So you can say she tracked it wrong in the calendar or whatever, because her time of the month does get a little like squirrely. So say she's a day late when she was supposed to take the test, that can cause it to be negative. So there's 5 tests in this kit.
25.
25?
Yeah.
Holy, all right, so we can take it 25 times. We might get it wrong the first time, who knows? That's what I'm saying. Like, just because it says negative doesn't like 100% mean like, all right, she can't ovulate, she can't have a child. It doesn't mean that. Personally, I would like for you to take the test maybe like 2-3 times if it does say negative the first time, before we actually come to a conclusion. We're like, okay, there might be an issue here. Either way, like I said, I'm here for you, and we're gonna figure this out together. This is our journey, not just your journey. And I'm ready. Let's see what the test says.
I'm kind of nervous.
Don't be.
But
Daddy's here.
But like, the reason why like this could have been a lot more emotional, but I've had like 2 months to process the whole brain tumor thing. Cause trust, I was spiraling.
You are one of the strongest women that I know. You've been through a lot. I feel like this is on a minimal scale for you. I feel like it's gonna have a obviously like a deep meaning, but you've been through so much worse. So I feel like if you can handle all that, you can definitely handle this.
I don't know.
Let's just take the test. Let's see what it says. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go and take the test, y'all. All right, so this is the test kit my aunt actually told me to get. So basically they have very specific instructions, and the way my menstrual works, like I like spot for this past couple months I've been spotting for like 3-4 days before my actual menstrual comes. So I just did it based off of like when I feel like my full menstrual has gotten here. So that is today. You're supposed to take it 11 days after your first menstrual cycle. So this is what it looks like. So I read all these instructions. I opened it already. The tests are in here, and then the little things that you do wee wee in.
I was gonna say, is it like a urine test, or
yeah,
is
it's
it
a urine
like a
test.
swab? Okay.
So it's the same thing as a pregnancy test, same process. It's going to basically tell me if I am positive, negative, or if it's invalid. So positive.
What would invalid mean?
I don't know. Maybe that could mean like I have to retake it. So that's positive, negative, and then invalid.
Okay, so wait, why are there 2 sides? Like, why is there 2 sides for positive, and then like you have a 2 for a negative, 1 over here for a negative? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know really. I've never done this before, so.
Oh, and it's a 10-minute?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so let's just do it. Let's see what happens, and then we'll compare it to this little picture right here, and we'll see what it says.
Right. Okay, so I have the test here. I'm about to dip it in the urine sample for 10 seconds. I'm not gonna show you guys the thing because it's like clear and I don't know. So I'm gonna leave it in for 10 seconds, and then in 10 minutes we will see the results, I guess. So. All
right, y'all, so she just took the test. We have to wait 10 minutes like she said. So right now it is currently 1:20. We're gonna check the results at 1:30. We'll catch up with you guys then.
Oh, okay.
This is the worst part, like the waiting game.
Yeah, literally.
It's been 10 minutes. It's 1:30 on the dot. You ready?
No, but yeah, but no, but yeah.
All right, babe. Let's see.
Okay. That's negative.
How? I'm confused. If there's 2 lines.
One is red and one is pink.
But that's 2 lines.
Doesn't matter.
If it was negative, there would only be 1 line.
No, look, negative.
Let me see. So they're supposed to be different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can kind of see that. But see, that still doesn't make sense to me. So does that mean there's 2 different ways for it to pop up negative, or 2 different ways for it to pop up positive?
I think so.
So ovulation negative.
That's what it says.
I still don't think it determines anything really. Like, I feel like we're gonna have to take this test another maybe 2 to 3 times. Like, I feel like we have to feel out your cycle.
So should we take it again tomorrow?
Do you want to just take another test right now? You have 25 of them. Do you just want to make sure? You know, like sometimes people do pregnancy tests, they do like 25 tests. They do like a 2 test type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
Not really. I think I should just wait.
To your next cycle? So next month?
Or like tomorrow.
You know more about this than I do. I'm kind of like just trying to understand everything. But yeah, I guess that would mean negative.
Today would have like literally been like perfect, like 11 days after. So now that this is negative, like I don't know where my mind's at. Like I don't know if maybe I should now like get the MRI done, or like.
Thing is, why I say we should take multiple tests is because leading up to your cycle, you spot, like it could be either like a lot of spotting, a little bit of spotting. Like it's kind of like all over the place, I feel.
I feel like we should have taken it from the day I started spotting, because that would have been 2 days ago.
Isn't that when I said we should have taken it?
No, because we
That
were
was the
talking
27th.
Right, but
Yeah.
we were talking to your mom, and she said take it from the day that your menstrual actually comes down, which would put
No,
us
see,
to
we gotta
today.
take it again. We gotta take it again. That's what I'm talking about. Like your cycle is too all over the place.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna have to experiment with this, because like I said, this is a very specific test when it comes to like timing and stuff, or like a day. So you can literally, if we were supposed to take it 2 days ago, you're 2 days late. Obviously it's not going to show that you're ovulating.
Right.
So that's why I feel like we're going to have to experiment with this.
And that's if, because again, my actual menstrual came down, today would have been the right day to take it.
Right, but
from the spotting day, I guess, like.
I feel like we should just try it again. Wait for your next time that you're spotting and stuff, and then we'll see what happens then.
So.
I understand, but I mean, this doesn't change anything. You already had these type of thoughts in your head. You know what I mean?
I feel like for me, it does change a lot.
Like what though? Like as far as like you want to get like the MRI and stuff like that? You can obviously just get it just to be sure. I still would take that again.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so unfortunately, like how you guys saw, it shows up negative. You guys just heard the whole ramble, the back and forth, how we feel like we should take it again. She might have to do the MRI to just, I guess, be certain and stuff like that. We could have taken it 2 days 2 days ago, and it may have changed something, it may have not. We don't know, but we gotta experiment.
I don't know, should we take it one more time today?
You can if you want, babe. It's up to you.
I'm gonna try to take another one, and if it comes out the same, then it is what it is.
Okay. What's that?
How can I find my surging days?
What the hell is a surging day?
If it's like this, it says low. Yeah, so it says low.
Like I said, this is kind of like all over the place, and this is obviously our first time doing it, so we're trying to figure this out, but we're gonna go ahead and take this test like now again, and we're gonna see what it says. But then again, no matter what it comes out as, we're gonna go ahead and take it again next month on a different date, because we have to experiment. Count how many times I said experiment in this video and take a shot, because Lord have mercy.
This is another one. I'm gonna take it again, and we'll see, and then, yeah.
All right, y'all, so wifey's on the toilet right now, so I'm not gonna show that, obviously. But we looked up what is like a surging day and stuff like that, because it says it on the box. It says that the surging day right now on her test, it says that she's low. So we looked it up on Google, and we looked up like different graphs and stuff like that. Technically, that could mean that her ovulation is about to start, meaning that we're taking it a couple days too early, and that's why we have like the faint line and then the darker line. So Janiece's theory is, because she also just looked on her app where she tracks her menstrual, she's technically supposed to take this test in 2 days. So I'm like, okay, that makes even more sense, because if the thing right now, the test is saying that you're early and you're saying you're supposed to take it in 2 days, if we take this test again in 2 days, there is a possibility that the test can come back saying positive for ovulation, because it'll have a darker line, because right now it's a faint pink line because we're early, because it's a low level of the hormone or whatever. Like we said, we're taking another test right now just for the heck of it. We're gonna see what it says, but we're gonna do this again in 2 days, because there is a possibility that she could pop out positive for the ovulation. At least that's our theory right now with everything that we just researched. Babe, what's your input on this? I'm not gonna show you.
It makes me feel a little bit better, because I was kind of here thinking like, I was a little like freaking out, because I'm just like, okay, maybe.
Don't freak out, because you're not supposed to be stressing.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Easier said than done, I know, but please try to remain chill.
I am. I'm just saying, like, I was just kind of already thinking of the following steps that I need to do, but now that I checked my phone and the app, it's basically saying that I should be taking this test technically on the 31st.
So we're taking this test overall early?
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks to her double checking the app, and for them including this, like, you know, scale, there may be a possibility that we're doing this a little too early, and that's why it's popping out negative, because the hormone level is too low, because it's early. So I don't know, we're gonna catch up with you guys when we read this second test. It's probably almost time in, like, I don't know, maybe another 5 minutes. We're gonna see what it says, and then we're gonna take it again in 2 days. No matter what it says right now, we're gonna take it again in 2 days, because it would make more sense. All right, guys, so we just flipped the other test over. It's showing the same exact thing as the first one. So again, our theory is that we might have taken this test a little too early. Again, comparing it to her app and researching, you know, the levels and what they might mean on the scale and stuff like that. So our theory is, again, we took this too early, and we're gonna try again in 2 days. If we get a different outcome, then we'll update you guys. But as of right now, it's just looking like we did this a little too early. So I'm not gonna say it's negative. I'm not gonna put that out. I'm gonna say that we did this a little too early and it's inaccurate.
I was a little anxious. I started to freak out just a little bit, but then when I checked my phone and I like actually sat down and thought about it, I'm like, okay, like this needs to be exact, honestly.
That's what I was saying. The timing has to be perfect.
Right.
That's probably why they give 25 tests in that box, because it's like the manufacturers were like, oh no, they're gonna need it because this isn't something I feel like you're gonna get the first time. So especially with people that need to take ovulation tests, it's probably for a reason, because they might have endometriosis or PCOS or, you know, high prolactin. There's different things like that. So overall, like I said, positive outlook. Don't want you stressing. And it's not your journey, it's our journey. We're gonna go through it together. We're gonna figure it out together.
I think from here on out, like, we're gonna update you on the 30. Well, that's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you guys will definitely be getting an update within like the next week or so, because again, the holidays are here, so we are spending time with family and stuff like that. So, you know, we're not trying to work too much, but yeah, we'll give you guys an update as soon as we can.
Yeah, I mean, we want to keep you in the loop, because this is a huge part of our life, and like we want to share share it with you. So hopefully we can get a video out to you with the positive.
And you
test.
guys are rooting for us. Like, you guys are really rooting for us with, you know, the positive messages, the prayers and all. Like, you guys are literally praying for us to have a child. It's only right that we keep you guys in the loop.
We're like trying to, you know, keep our faith up and stuff like that, but it's very hard. This is a very hard journey, and I'm just trying to hold it together. So yeah, we'll just catch you guys whenever we have an update for y'all, but that's it.
With all that being said, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. Let us know your thoughts below if you guys experience any of these type of tests, if you guys have any recommendations. It goes a long way. We'll see you guys in the next video.